Okay, it's Thursday evening. Today I'm going to take and cut some of this hood scoop off because it's too long. I'm still going to have to make another cut, but I'm just going to get it to where I can lay it on the car hood and go ahead and start lining it up and figure out how much I'm going to leave off of it. So right now I'm going to take 9.5 inches off of it. So I'm going to finish marking it. 9.5. 9.5. Mark it in several places. 9.5. I always put an X on the side that I'm cutting if I'm having to do something like that. So that way I can run me a piece of tape across. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. between the grinding and the air compressor is kind of noisy. Okay, I had my file out the other day. What did I do with it? It's around here somewhere. Really don't need it just yet. So now, then we'll go over here and see how I cut it. Now we'll go over here. I'll set you up at the car. That way you can see how hope I don't have to do no pie cuts on the side of it. Because I'll be cutting it off right at the edge of the hood, and this will be tapered back. Good strong magnets come in handy. I don't believe I'm going to have to make any pie cuts. I believe that will actually more than likely clamp down. All I have to do is just get the crease centered in the hood, get it centered on the sides, about the same distance. Need to mark that center where it'll be easier to see. Get my straight edge here. And that right there. And right there's the center. And that's right at the edge. That's almost at the edge. Okay, that right there is at the edge. doing this measuring the old-fashioned way. See if I can find my real strong magnets that I have. Got them somewhere. Thought I brought them home. Apparently I haven't. Could have swore I did. Swore I brought them home. Okay. Well, little sticks. That's pretty close. It's not close back there though. It's close when I push it down right there. And that's where that needs to be. So that'll stay. Now I'll get my drill bit and 1/8 drill. And then people say, what are you doing? Drilling a hole in that hood and scoop. What are you doing that for? Because I'm going to bolt it down, clamp it down, screw it down, all the above. To make it stay where it needs to be. I think I've got some sheet metal screws in a jar somewhere, maybe in this cabinet right here. I had a ton of them. They're probably down in the basement. There's a couple of black ones. That'll work. The Shelby Mustang, when they put the hood scoops on, like in '07 and '08, they just bolted. What? I believe that's going to be good. I'm not going to have to. So let's see here. How am I going to measure to be 17 inches? Of course, can't do 17 inches there because let's just see right here. Come across at the fender. Right there, 13-inch back. Inch back. Hood over 13 inches. Keep drilling holes. Keep finding my screwdriver. So now then, I am so glad I'm not having to go up on the, split that up on the sides. And I'll be welding these holes up that I'm drilling. See how many screws I can find over here in my scrap. Looks like I'm going to have enough. I got 6 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. She is attached with screws. Bring you in for a little closer look. Got screws, and I'm so happy I'm not going to have to put no pie cuts in the side of it. I'll use a panel crimper spotter. It'll be off the car, and I can weld it and pinch weld it from underneath on both sides. Of course, I'll do away with the spot welds. Put some body filler on it. Okay, the next thing I have to do is figure out how much of it I need to cut off. Of course, I'm going to cut this off. I think you can see where I'm pointing maybe. I'm going to cut it off even right here, but it'll taper back. Kind of like Sally's tapers back. I just don't know how much I'm going to have to do. I'm probably going to have to put me a limiting strap on to see, but I measured Sally, and I think she's 2 inches back. I think that's what I measured. She's right at 2 inches back. So what I'm probably going to do is make me a cardboard template of that. But that's the progress today. I'm going to make me a closeout panel for the inside, and I'll cut holes in it. I'll crimp it, make it where it fits. But that's what I'm wanting it to. It's getting to what I want it to look like. Okay, from the center of the carburetor stud to there, 25 1/8. $24 1/8. Motor's set in center because it's lined up with the rear view mirror. I guess there's that much difference from right and left. Okay. From the cowl to the center, and that hole right there, from there right there is 11 5/8. Okay. Now then, we'll get the hood. Been laying out here in the sun, so it's nice and toasty. Got the hood latch off so that it doesn't latch. It's pretty good. First time this hood's been on this car since I've had it anyway. Okay. And then I'll raise it up. Not worried about skin and nothing. Because it's Well, I want my rubber stopper. I never was really fond of this hood prop. That's why it's at home. Those hood hinges may be bent because this hood's blown up, but I won't know until I move this over here. I can change them because I have another set. Come on. There's always these stupid clips. And I say there it starts. That way. Well, you can't see because I'm blocking your view. I'm going to start. Go over here to this side. Ouch, got my finger. Ow, 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 ow. Yep, that hood hinge is bent. Afraid it was. Now I see what I mean. See if I can raise that side up a little bit more. Got my finger again. I think that side right there's gonna have to be replaced. Yep. Okay. I have it set. Think you're in the car here. Just don't know which one's which. I really don't believe there's a difference. Get my rubber stopper. Hey hood. Don't want to do that after the car's nice and fixed and painted. Here's the difference. It's the location of the hole. There is no difference. The location of the hole is the same. Good deal. I knew that the hood hinges were more than likely bent because the hood that was on the car when I got it had blowed up and it's bent the cowl panel. Common issue with Mustang box body when they put, they don't, yes you could say they don't make sure that the hood's latched. Oh yeah, in fact I can already tell. I'm going to pinch my fingers. See how much difference. Oh yeah, I got that way too far forward now. Hey. Can adjust it. Can adjust it all day long. Don't want to adjust it all day long, but I can. That might be. I think that's down too far. The hole doesn't have to be perfect because I'm cutting all of this out when I get my cowl hood. I wished I had me some more clips. Guess I'll go down in the basement and see if I can find some. Okay, I'm going to make the hole a little bit bigger where I can get my air nibbler in there and go around this air breather thing here. That magnet underneath the hood wrapped so that I'll be able catch some of the metal shaving. I've never used it, so I need to get a magnet up here on the top too. I think it's going to be the other one I had was a this where it showing out at the bottom, so but this one here does it at the top, so I'll be prepared. Shavings in the garage for 10 years. Alright, sweep them up with a magnet. Didn't realize that was going to go. Didn't realize that it was going to be back that far. That's not going to affect too much. A little bit. I'm getting cut off wheel. Ow, got a metal one in my shoe. I'll get him out. I guess I could go ahead and cut this. Go ahead and didn't really. Cow hood's gonna go. I can get by with back there. And okay, I've got the cow hood cut and got some sheet metal screws holding it on where it needs to be. I'm going to take and cut it straight across here, and then I'm going to measure and see how much of it I need to cut off from there. And this is as far as I'm getting today. Have a good evening. Okay, I've got the hood cut. I think that's the way it's probably going to cut it just a little bit bigger than that. That way I can trim it down after I get it back on the market and get it back on the car. I think I've got my curve just a little bit too. I need to round this off here just a little bit. That's the tricky part, figuring out how that's going to be. We'll see how it goes. Okay, I've got the part marked. I'm going to cut it out on this line right here. That way all this will be gone, be open, be what you see under when you raise the hood. And since my bracing, I'm stopping the braces right here. I'm going to, bracing's right underneath this. I'm going to cut this right here on both sides. I had to cut this right here back that much so that it would clear the air breather a little more. But I'm not going to do this side like it unless I change my mind after I get it cut. But we're going to get it cut out and see what it looks like. Okay, here's the hood setting back on the car with the big area cut out that's going to be for the where the cow's going to be made on. And just about don't have much of the regular hood left. So now we're going to set the cow hood back on and scoop and get it bolted back on. Okay, I'm getting ready to weld bond my 4-inch hood scoop on.
Chattanooga's classic rock
crimper spotter.
Patients got roses.
Turn the fan off. Okay, we got it screwed back on. Like I say, I may have to do some more trimming. I know I've got to do some truing up on the hood scoop. I just don't know how high I'm going to be able to raise it with it back that far, but that's about how far back I think it looks good. It's just sitting on the car, lined up on the car, so I'll be able to, once I get it welded on, I'm going to bring it home. I'm going to bolt it to the car, get it all lined up real good. That way if I have to do any twisting or anything, I won't be breaking no body filler or welds. I'm going to do some PDR on the dents right there on the front. I didn't do anything to them. And then there's just like 3 or 4 dents, little dings here and there on the car hood. But so far I'm happy with the way it's looking. It's going to be a different hood. Okay, I've been out here working in the garage this morning. Got my hood mounted to the car. Got it all lined up. And I took and not going to have to cut it any, which makes me happy because I like the way it looks now. So I'm going to go around here and raise the hood. Put the windshield wiper on, and it clears the windshield wiper by a safe margin. And while I was at it, the 92 GT that I bought, that I parted out because it was wrecked, I had saved the hood prop rod, and I'm going to make this my new hood prop hole so that my prop rod work. And if I'm going to use this location here and this location for the mount, but I'm not dead set on that yet. I may shorten it and move it over here to where it's supposed to be. That's just for right now. I'll set this down and I'll show you how the hood prop works. Just took it and did some rebending and refabrication, and a lot easier to start off with something like that sometimes than it is to put new ones on. So I raised the hood up just a little bit, and it goes right in. And I have put some strip caulking on the hood prop rod just to make sure that it doesn't touch the bottom of the hood. Of course, I don't have the latch on, so you haven't worked on that yet. Pull that up, and right there, and you still got over a 1/2 inch. If I need to take it and put it over here, I'll shorten the rod and I'll mount this somewhere else, which is no big deal. I could actually, depending on how much I shorten it, I could make me a thing right there to hold it, because it would still clear everything real good. But that's the progress for today.